your eyes. Letting yourself melt into the ground. Feeling the sturdiness, the stability of the ground itself. And that no matter how much you soften, no matter how heavy you get, the ground beneath you stays strong and at the same time receives you. And send your breath right into that point of contact between your feet and the ground. Little more breath, really intentionally breathing into the point of contact between you and the ground. Almost as though you can feel your body and the ground breathing together, breathing into each other. This giving and receiving. Dynamic exchange of energy, of life, consciousness between your body and the earth. And then, as though you could breathe through your seat, as if your sit bones turned into nostrils. Take a really full breath, breathing up from your seat, up into your belly, lifting you longer and taller through your spine, all the way to the top of your head. Soften your shoulders, hold your breath. Relax your throat. And then very slowly through your nose, gently letting your breath out. Feeling yourself descend again into that point of contact. And then inhaling slowly, fully from your seat. Up through the sides of your spine, back of your neck. Moment in the space between the breath, and then exhaling slowly through your nose. Getting to the very bottom of your exhale, seeing where you can soften your face, your shoulder. And with your next inhale, counting in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, double. 10, 9, 8, 7. Soften your jaw, soften your eyes, even soften your belly. Now inhaling for 5. Getting to the top of your breath, holding, pausing for 5. Softening the skin of your upper back, melting down. And then breathing out for 10. Almost like you're letting the air out of a balloon very slowly. hearing your breath, getting to the very bottom of your exhale, and then hold. Soften your belly. Continuing in this way, inhaling for 5. Holding for 5. Exhale for 10. Holding out for 5. Your breath being this dynamic giving and receiving relationship between you and spirit and life. As life gives to you, you receive the sensation of life through your breath. And as you give your breath back out, the life in the space around you receives you. Takes your breath to recycle that energy and turn it into new. Every breath an opportunity to recalibrate, realign. Now just coming to smooth inhales in and out of your nose. And not pausing for long, not holding in the space between, but just a pause for a moment, just observing that space between inhale and exhale, between exhale. Slowly bringing your hands together in front of your heart. And this act of communicating to your body and to your spirit, I am here. I am here and I am willing, I am open and I am ready to move and breathe and express through my body on my mat in a way that brings me in a closer, more intimate and aware relationship with exactly what I am needing to be in this and returning into this dynamic exchange between myself and life, feeling that we support one another. Inhale, lifting through your heart. Exhale, bow your head. And then releasing your hands down. Lift your gaze, you can blink your eyes open. Staying with this awareness of your breath as you move into a tabletop position onto hands and knees. Spreading your palms nice and wide. And so again, you're in this relationship between your body and the ground. Inhale, even press into your knees, your shins a little as you come into a cow spine, heart forward. Exhale, slowly rounding, dropping your tailbone, dropping your crown. And you're a gentle pressure, like you're pushing the floor away from your chest. And really feel your heart lift up into the space between your shoulder blades. And then inhale, cow spine, heart forward. Exhale, rounding your calf. Do this 3 more times. Being in relationship with breath. Allowing breath to guide you to the next place. And then finding a neutral spine. Tuck your toes. Lift your knees and your shins 3 inches off of the mat. And now scoop your belly towards your spine. It's almost like a cat spine, your tailbone's rounding down. And then start to push the floor away from you as you lift your hips up. Shine the backs of your thighs up towards the sky as your belly presses back towards your thighs, but keep your knees bent. So you come into a downward facing dog with very bent, dramatically bend your knees. And then again, breathe in, like you can breathe right into the surface of your palms, into the ground, and then draw that energy up through the sides of your arms, through the sides of your waist, even the small spaces between each of your individual ribs. Wider, more expansive, lengthening. And then exhale, come down onto your knees. Inhale again, heart forward. Child's pose, broaden your knees. Press your hips back onto your heels. Forehead on the ground. Breathe into and sense. There's a sensational energy, a consciousness being breathed between your forehead and the ground. And now crawl your fingertips way forward. In fact, gaze at your thumbs. Really walk your hands far out in front. And then let your hips sink even further back onto your heels. And now, without moving your palms, so that your hands stay right where they are, rise up onto hands and knees. Tuck your toes. Lift knees and shins 3 inches. Start to find that little bit of a cat spine, navel towards your spine as you lift your hips up and back. And then, as you do that, shine your sit bones, backs of thighs up towards the sky. So your pubic bone kind of drops towards the earth. Your belly presses back towards your thighs, just a little. And now as you press your palms into the earth to lift up longer, even draw your front ribs, knitting them in towards your back rib. See how that can help you breathe your side waist, outer hips longer back and up. And now press your thighs straight back. You come into a straight leg, downward facing dog, releasing heels towards the earth any amount. They do not need to touch. And then take a full breath through your entire body. And then exhale, come down onto your knees. Inhaling your heart forward. Exhale, child's pose. Take your right arm and thread it through underneath your left, crawling your right fingertips way out as far as you can to the left until you drop your outer shoulder, side of your head down on the mat. And now breathe into all of that side back of your shoulder blade, back ribs. Extend your right arm forward again. Switch sides. Your left arm threads under your right. And really crawl your fingertips way out. Resting down. And then find full breaths wrapping around your upper side back. Extend your left arm forward once again. Listen to your inhale as you rise up onto hands and knees. Tuck your toes, lift knees and shins, scoop navel towards spine, rise. Sit bones shine up towards the sky, press your thighs back, straight legs. 3 breaths, downward facing dog. Long and smooth. Can you make your exhales even longer than your inhales? Lingering just for a slight pause between each breath. And on your next inhale, you'll rise high up onto the balls of your feet, bend your knees a lot, and slowly walk your feet to your hands, coming into a forward fold, Uttanasana. As you arrive there, spread your toes and press the 4 corners of your feet into the mat. You can always bend your knees if you need. So again, breathing feet into ground, into the mat. Breathing your heart forward, bring your hands onto your shins just below your knees. Really roll your shoulder heads open, feel your shoulder blades wiggle, slide down your back. And then lengthen like the tissues that hold your low spine. Feel those lengthening towards the wall behind you. As you breathe the tissues that hug your upper spine forward. Got another breath. If your knees are bent, see if you can begin to press your thighs back a little more and straighten. And then everyone exhale, fold even deeper, Uttanasana. Drop the crown of your head fully. Might even give it a little shake, shaking yes, shaking no. Your lips and cheeks are really heavy as you do so. And then inhale, heart forward, hands onto your hips this time. Roll shoulder heads open so your elbows are actually pointing up towards the sky. And then root into your feet, heart reaches forward and up as you come to stand. And then release your arms down. Tadasana, down pose. Breathing feet into ground. Breathe ground up through thighs, lifting through your heart, your crown. Inhale, sweeping your arms all the way out and up. Feel your side ribs expanding, rising, and then exhale, bow, Uttanasana. Drop your head completely. Inhale, spine lengthening long through your crown. Bend your knees a lot, plant your hands, step your right leg straight back. Pause. Breathe. Root into your front heel, drag it towards the back of your mat. One more breath, feel it touch every cell in your body. Plant your palms and step your leg back to a plank pose. Heart forward, push back through your heels. Lengthen your tailbone, your low spine back. Breathe your sternum, your upper spine forward. Drop your knees down onto the mat. Gaze slightly forward as you pull your heart forward. And then bend your elbows straight back, your inner arms almost sliding against your side body as you lower chaturanga to your belly. Inhale, low cobra, tops of your feet rooting deep into the mat as you lift just to top ribs. Breathe back through your toes, forward through your heart. Exhale, relax your chest down. Inhale, pressing arms straight, rise either to your knees, or if your low back feels ready, you can come into a full upward facing dog. One more breath, root down, lift open, and then exhale, drop your knees, rock hips back, tuck toes, and lift hips. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Breathe from the ground, up through your hips, down through your legs, your feet, recycling that back through the earth. Inhale, lift high to your toes, bend your knees a lot, gaze forward, and step your right foot through between your hands. Okay, now get light on your hands, lengthen your heart forward, strong in your legs. Front heel rooting down, dragging back. Outer right hip hugging in towards your midline and dragging back. And then send a lot of breath into your side waist, expanding, lengthening. Another breath, soft bend in your back knee. Exhale, step to the top of your mat. Hands to shins or floor as you lengthen sternum forward. Exhale, Uttanasana, drop. Inhale, lengthening your heart forward. Step your left leg straight back. Slowly lean into your left hand as you hug your outer right hip in towards midline. Turn your ribs, your chest open towards the right. Press your back thigh up strong. And now breathe through the center of your back heel. Your sternum lengthening forward, turn open just a little bit more, and then exhale your hand to the mat. Step back to plank pose. Knees to the mat, or stay lifted as you lower chaturanga to come to belly. Inhale, low cobra, tops of your feet rooting into the mat. And now lift your palms off of the mat an inch. Your palms off of the mat an inch. Breathe into your back ribs. Into your back ribs. Sweep your arms down by your sides. Palms face your midline. Feel your outer arms, outer shoulders roll up towards the sky. Root, tops of feet, strong in your thighs. Big breath into back ribs. And then exhale, totally relax down. You can rest on chin, forehead, or turn your head to one side. Breathing body into earth. Receiving earth into body. Turning your head center, hands come by your side rims like low cobra position, and then press straight up to upward facing dog. Take another breath here, rolling outer arms back. And then exhale, push the floor away, lift your hips, shine tailbones up to the sky, sit bones up to the sky, downward facing dog. Inhale, lengthening your right leg up and back. Bend your knee, heel towards your buttock, and then turn your hip open towards the right side of the room. Again, rooting into palms to draw the energy up through arms, belly, front thigh, and now straighten your back. Turn hip down towards the mat. Rock forward, shoulders over wrists, knee into your chest. Soften your cheeks, your jaw. Three-leg dog once again. Inhale, lengthening back and up, moving slow with your breath. Take the entire exhale to arrive, shoulders over wrists, knee to chest. One more time, inhale. Exhale, rocking forward. Stepping through between your hands, step to the top of your mat. Hands to shins or floor, lengthen heart forward. Exhale, Uttanasana, drop. And now widen your feet just a little wider than your hips. Hold on to opposite elbow with opposite hand. Just sway side to side. Drop the tissues through the back of your neck. Pour them out through your crown. Switch the cross of your forearms. Sway, shift from one foot to the other. One foot to the other. Releasing your arms down, lengthen heart forward. Heel toe feet back to hips distance. Bend your knees, plant your hands, and step your right leg straight back. Light on your palms, inner thighs hug towards one another. Gently lean into your left hand, twist open to the left side as you drag your outer left hip back. See how much length that allows you to create through your left side waist, left side ribs. Listen to breath, feel it. And then exhale, close your hand down. Stepping back to plank pose. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha. Adho Mukha, downward dog, press back. Long, drawn out breaths. Inhale, left leg rises. Bend your knee, open your hip.
partnership with your breath. So it's not just breathing. There's a dynamic exchange of giving and receiving between you and life. Straighten your leg, turn your hip down. Another breath. Exhale, shoulders over wrist, knee to chest. Inhale, three-leg dog, even longer, even lighter. Maybe your leg lifts just a teeny bit more. And then exhale, maybe you can hug in just a little bit more than you did the last time. Again, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, rounding. Soften jaw. Step through between your hands. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, step to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthening heart forward, hands to shins or floor. Heel toe your feet wider than your hips. Sweep your arms around and interlace fingers behind you. Roll shoulder blades together on your spine, breathing your heart forward. Shoot back through your knuckles. Now pause for a moment. Scoop your belly towards your spine just a little bit so your low back tissues kind of lengthen behind you. And now bring a soft bend into your elbows. They bend up towards the sky. And then roll your outer shoulders open as you reach back through softly bent elbows through your knuckles. And now exhale, fold over your thighs. Maintain that tiny bend of your elbows. Outer shoulders, expanding open. Your deep belly breaths rise into your back ribs, into your collarbones. And then very gently releasing hands down towards your hips. And slide your hands down your outer thighs, outer shins, down to either the mat or they can stay on your shins. And then lengthening your heart forward. Heel toe your feet all the way together or hips distance if you're protecting low back. And then bend into your knees, send your hips way back behind you. Find that tiny scoop of belly towards spine, low spine, tailbone lengthening back. And then inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Feel your feet on the earth, on the ground. And breathe into them. And not only are you breathing into the ground, but you're receiving the ground, the earth energy up through your thighs, to the bowl of your pelvis, and breathing it through your whole body. Another breath, lift a little bit more in your chest, and then exhale, Uttanasana, folding deeply over your legs, rock your head. Inhale, lengthening heart, long. Exhale, drop even deeper this time. Chair pose, feel the weight in your heels. Utkatasana, lifting your chest, sweeping lines forward. Inner thighs, feel them hug together, just rolled in and down towards the floor behind you. And now, twisting open towards the right side. Take your left forearm outside of your knee. And then your right arm extended up to the sky as you press the back of your forearm into your breathe. One more breath. Exhale, hands to your heart as you come through center. Inhale. Exhale, twisting open to the left. Right forearm outside of your knee. Top arm can go up to the sky. And now, send your opposite hip, your right hip, even a little further back. Sternum a little further forward. Exhale, hands to your heart, come through center. Extend your arms all the way out long in front of you. Send your hips further back. And then exhale, fold and straighten your legs. Inhale, lengthening heart forward. Heel toe your feet wider than your knees. Bend your knees if you need to. Grab a hold of your toes with your index and middle finger around your
And then inhale, lengthening your heart long forward. Exhale, pull back, pulling heart down. Crown down to the space. Heavy lips, you might even flutter them. Soft, gentle, continuous tug back on your toes. Inhale, lengthening your heart long forward. Unhook your toes, heel-toe feet together or hips distance, again if you're protecting low back. Bend your knees, plant your hands, plank pose, stepping straight back, one leg and then the other. Heart lengthens forward, even rock your weight forward. Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva. Exhale, Adho. In relationship with breath, in relationship with life, feeling the sensation of life, lighting you up from the inside. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, shoulders over wrists, knee into chest. Inhale, three-leg dog, lengthening. This time, knee comes to outer right arm. Even kind of hug your outer shoulder back towards your knee. And then inhale, let your side waist get long again, three-leg dog. Exhale, pull across to your left arm. Can you even lift your knee up towards your armpit? And then inhale, lengthen, three-leg dog. Exhale, stepping through between your hands. Virabhadrasana 2, your back heel spins down, root into your front heel, rise. Shoulders over hips. Arms at a T. Breathe, feet into the earth. So that you may get longer through your side body. Reverse warrior, left hand to back thigh, right arm up, up, up towards the sky, and then side bend. And now feel how long you are right now from your right hip, your ribs, your shoulder, your fingers. Try to maintain that length as we begin to hinge forward through Ardha Konasana, side angle, reaching way out. Maintain that length through your right side. Forearm to your thigh, top arm up to the sky. Now, you do have the option of bringing your arm down to the outside of your ankle, whether on block or floor. Turn your top palm to face behind you and wrap your arm across your low back, coming into the half bind, holding hip, holding clothing, or even just resting your hand on your sacrum. And if you chose to take your hand outside of your ankle, really press your outer knee into inner arm. Everyone feel your outer right hip kind of wrapping underneath you and dragging towards the back, short end of your mat. Another breath, root into your feet, into the earth, to open more through your chest, ribs, shoulder. And then exhale, unwind your top arm. Inhale here. Exhale, gaze down, hand to the mat. Come to the ball of your back foot and step your back foot up just like 3 inches, really not too much. And then inhale, lengthening your heart forward. Begin to straighten your front leg completely. If you need, hands can come onto your shin, or if you have blocks, you can use them underneath your hand. Lengthening your heart forward, push to your front big toe mound as you send your outer right hip in and back. And then exhale, completely fold over your leg. Now, you can stay exactly as is, or you can turn your fingers out towards the sides and behind you and walk your hands towards the middle of your mat. As you scoop your navel towards your spine, send outer right hip back. And breathe. Good. If you chose to walk your hands back, you'll walk them underneath your shoulders once again. And then everyone bend into your front knee and step your back foot to the top of your mat. Inhale, heart lengthening forward, straighten your legs, press your thighs back.
And then exhale, fold in completely. Now rising all the way up to stand, sweeping your arms out and up. Turn your palms forward as you exhale, bend elbows to shoulder height, and lean heart up and back. Inhale, arms reach to the sky. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthening heart forward. Exhale, step back to plank. Exhale through chaturanga. Sternum forward and up to the sky. Press your thighs up. Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, Adho Mukha. Push the floor away to draw up and back. Left leg rises. Inhale. Knee to chest. Round. Inhale, lengthen. Outer left arm, side body hugs. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw across. One more time, lengthen back. Exhale, slowly feel your foot as you step through. Virabhadrasana 2. Back heel down, rise. Reverse warrior. Reaching straight up and then back. Inhale, maintain the length on your side body as you hinge, side angle, Parshvakonasana, either forearm to thigh or hand outside of your ankle. Finding the half wrap with your top arm. Using your foundation, your point of contact with the earth, to be in a greater giving and receiving with breath, turning you open. Slowly unwind your top arm, gaze down, release your hand to the mat, come to the ball of your back foot, and step your back foot up 3 inches. Inhale, lengthen heart forward, hands supporting wherever they need to. Exhale, bow, fold in. If you took it on the other side or you want to challenge yourself, turning your fingers to point behind you and walking your hands towards the center of your mat. Breathe into your feet. Belly, spine. Walking hands under your shoulders. Inhale, lengthen heart forward. Bend into your front knee and step your back foot to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen heart long. Exhale, bow. Rising. Exhale, opening your heart, bend your elbows, lift through your chest, your collarbones, tailbone down. And then inhale, lengthening up. Exhale. Fold. Inhale, lengthening your heart long. Exhale, bow. Bend your knees, plant your hands, step back to plank pose, and pause. Now, drawing your sternum forward. Lower down onto your right forearm, your elbows run under your shoulder. Your left forearm, you're coming into a forearm plank. Spread your palms, press back through your heels. You do have the option to drop your knees. Heel, tailbone, low spine, lengthening back. Sternum, upper spine, lengthening long forward. Strong in your thighs, pressing up. One more breath. Good, and then drop your knees, find child's pose. Listen to breath. Listening to the conversation between you and breath, you and life. Inhale, rising up onto hands and knees. Tuck your toes and lift your hips to downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, shoulders over wrists, knee to chest. This time, just step through between your hands. Get light on your palms, spin your back heel down, but pause. Lengthen your heart forward. And now already begin to send your outer right hip back. You can feel your left hip bone, your left thigh bone just gently rounding forward just a little bit. And then come into Virabhadrasana 1. So your arms forward and up as your chest rises. Lengthen your tailbone down. Your back ribs breathing, expanding. Now bend a little bit deeper by sending your pelvis straight down towards the earth, and then root into front heel, breathe longer, lifting. Turn your palms out, sweep your arms around, and interlace fingers behind your back. Roll your shoulder heads open, shift knuckles down, lift through your heart. Another full breath. Exhale, press your right knee high open towards the right side so you can bow, humble warrior, inside of your right thigh. Now, it will have been natural for some of us to send our outer right hip out towards the side. So notice that in your body, and then see if you can hug your outer hip in towards your midline, and then drag it back a little bit towards the back of the mat. Drop deeper. Your heart, your crown. One more breath here. Exhale, lengthen or release rather your hands down onto the mat. Come to the ball of your back foot. Step your right leg straight back. Heart forward. Exhale, lower all the way down onto your belly. Inhale, lengthening your heart forward just into a low cobra. And then bring your left forearm in front of your chest. Let me just move the camera so you can see. So left forearm in front of your chest. Bend your back or your right knee. Reach around with your right arm, catch a hold. You can either hold outside of your ankle. If you want a deeper shoulder stretch, you can hold inside of your ankle. And then slowly, pressing your pubic bone gently into the mat, kick your foot back. And then remember those nostrils at your sit bones, and I want you to breathe through them. Into your belly, into your back ribs, your collarbones. And now relax your chest towards the mat as you reverse this, pulling your heel in toward your buttock. You can even rest your forehead on your forearm if you'd like. If your elbow bends, it bends up towards the sky. Inhale, lifting your chest just a little bit. Extend your left palm out in front of your left shoulder. And start to kick your foot back once again. And now start to rock side to side on your hip bones. And so you can rock all the way over onto your left side. Now your bottom knee can bend, so you create a little kickstand with your bottom shin. And then keep your right shin that's in your hand, kick it straight towards the wall behind your back. Just another breath here. And exhale slowly onto your belly. Release your right foot. Relax it down. You can cross your forearms, rest your forehead or chin on them. Now turn your toes to point in towards one another. Your heels fall towards the sides of the room, and really feel the spaciousness that creates through your low spine, your sacrum, even your tailbone. Lengthening heart forward. Hands come by your side rims. Upward facing dog, rise up. Adho Mukha, downward facing dog. Use your breath to make the micro adjustments through your low spine, side rims. Left leg rising. Exhale, shoulders over wrist, knee to chest, slow to round, and then step through. Back, heel down, chest stays pointing forward. Virabhadrasana 1, rise up. Pushing front heel, front hip, back. Your right hip, right thigh, gently softening forward. Now root into the pinky side edge of your back foot. Then your tailbone down, backwards lifting. And now can you drop just a little bit deeper, going straight down through your pelvis. Turning your palms out, sweep your arms around. Find the awkward interlace of your fingers, so opposite thumb and index up top. Roll shoulder heads open, shoot knuckles down, tiny bending your elbows like we set up at the start. And then exhale, bow inside of your thigh, pressing your right knee, right thigh open. Humble warrior. Bowing in this humble presence of your own divine nature and your divine capacity to feel and be in relationship with life. Final breath here. And then you'll gently release your hands onto the mat. Heart forward, ball of back foot. Step back to plank. Slowly lower into your belly, chaturanga. Inhale, low cobra. Bring your right forearm to cross in front of your chest. Bend your left knee. Reach around to grab a hold either outside or inside your foot. Find your pubic bone rooting down. That breath through your sit bones as you kick back. And it's not even so much that you are directing your breath in this way from your seat to your heart, but you are rather creating an opening and an invitation for life to flow through you. One more breath. On your exhale, reverse this, pulling heel in, maybe resting forehead down. With elbow bends, it bends up to the sky. Now lifting your chest, slowly kicking your foot back, keep holding onto it, however. And then extend your right arm all the way up long in front of you. Begin to rock side to side, getting a little bit of momentum, one hip to the other, and then rock all the way onto your right side. You're gonna create that little kickstand with your bottom knee bending a little, and then kick your shin behind your back. Let your front ribs fan open a little bit. However, keep drawing pubic bone towards your navel. That's the piece that will protect your low back as you do that. One more breath. Slowly returning onto your belly. Release your leg. Cross your forearms in front of your chest and rest your forehead down. Toes turn in towards one another. Heels fall towards the sides of the room. You might even give your hips a little shake side to side, loosening out low spine. Good. Inhale, lengthen heart forward. Hands come by your side ribs. Inhale, lift low cobra, upward dog. And then exhale, downward dog. Using breath to find the length of the sides of your spine. And now step your feet forward about 3 inches, really no more than that. And then step your feet a little bit wider on the mat. Lift up onto the ball of your feet, bend your knees, send your sit bones back and then up towards the sky. And now shift your weight into your left palm and slide your shoulder blade down your back. Now take your right hand, reach across to your outer left shin or calf and pull your chest to turn open underneath your left arm. Breathe. Exhale, set your right hand down once again and then do the same thing, shifting into your right arm, shoulder blade slides down your body. Left hand reaches outside leg. Left hand releases to the mat. Inhale, exhale, child's pose. Come down into the mat. Press your hips back. It will likely feel good to bring your arms down by your sides and drop your shoulders towards the mat. If for any reason that doesn't work in your body, totally fine to relax your arms. With breath. Be in the experience of breath. If your arms are by your sides, you'll extend your hands forward once again, and then rise up onto hands and knees, coming into pigeon pose with your right knee and shin coming forward, and then open your knee to point outside of your right wrist. Outside of your right wrist, so it's towards the right side or right front corner of the room that you're in. And then slowly walk your back leg back. Moving slowly into this, very intentionally into this. So inhale, lifting through your heart, send your tailbone down towards the earth. Send your outer right hip down towards the earth. And feel yourself kind of balanced over the center of your pelvis. And then inhale, lengthen. Keep lengthening through your heart as you begin to walk your hands out in front of you, maybe coming onto your forearms, and then pause. Even if you could go further, pause. Close your eyes and breathe. Find the sensation in your body that is speaking back to you. Breathe into it, beginning this conversation of trust, of safety. to the destination, inviting your body along for the journey. Now, if you feel that you could even invite, you might walk your hands out further. Maybe you even lie all the way down. Inhale, lifting your chest. Slowly walking your hands in towards your head. And now sit down onto your right hip. You're going to turn your whole body to face open towards the left side. So your back leg, you roll towards the back of your leg, your toes point up to the sky. And then this front heel, hug it in towards your pelvis. Inhale, sweeping your arms all the way out and up. Exhale, side bend, reaching your left arm all the way out. You might even grab a hold of your big toe, or hand can be inside of your shin. And then feel your right hip just gently lengthen down towards the ground deeper as you reach and breathe through your side ribs. And maybe you even can turn your gaze up underneath your arm. And now rooting into the back of your leg as you rise all the way up. Now reach your right hand towards the front of your mat, plant it down, and then use it to lift onto your right knee, shin. Your back foot plants firm into the mat as you turn your chest open, reaching your arm up to the sky, and then reach your top arm over the side of your ear. And as you do that, press more into your back foot. Bend your top elbow, your thumb comes to the back of your neck, and then drop. Let the weight of your arm actually drop your side ear, side body a little further towards the back. Good. And then lengthening your sternum forward, arm extends, reaches back up towards the sky. Close your chest down, hand and knee to the mat, tabletop position. Inhale, lengthening heart forward. Exhale, slowly, gently, cat spine round. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. One more. Neutral spine. And then take your right hand, you're going to flip to the back of your hands. You're stretching through the top of your wrist, top of your forearm, fingertips pointing towards your body. On your exhale, release that. Your hand comes flat onto the mat again. Pigeon pose. Left knee and shin draw forward. Open to point outside of your left wrist. And then start to wiggle your back leg back. Hands supporting as you lift longer in your spine and send tailbone down towards the ground. Inviting your body along for the journey as you very slowly come down onto your forearms. Pause. Dynamic exchange of energy, of love, of compassion. Of a willingness to listen and respond appropriately between you and body. Then, if body communicates that it is ready, you can extend your arms further out, maybe even come down onto your belly. Slowly rising again onto your hands. Sitting onto your left hip so you can roll and turn open to the right side. Hugging your left heel closer in towards your pelvis. Inhale, lengthening, sweeping your arms up. Make sure you're active in your right leg. Your toes are pointing up to the sky. And then exhale, side bend over to the right. Maybe catching hold of your big toe. And then inhale, root into the back of your leg as you rise up, reaching your left hand out and down. Lift onto your bottom shin, top arm up to the sky, and then top arm over the side of your ear. Feel your bottom side ribs, that's your left side ribs, kind of arching up just a little bit into your top ribs. And then bend your top elbow thumb to the base of your neck. And then this is a side body bend as your arm drapes you closer towards the ground. Extending your arm long, arm up to the sky, and hand to the mat. Finding yourself in a tabletop position. Inhale, cow spine, heart forward. Exhale, rounding through cat. Twice more with your breath. Good. And then finding a neutral spine. Flip to the top of your left hand or the back of your left hand. Fingers point towards your body. And then unflip that, palm down. Walk your knees and shins forward. Cross your shins behind you and then rock back onto your seats. Right shin in front of your left shin. Now you do have the option, if double pigeon is in your practice, you can bring your right ankle on top of your left knee and allow your outer right knee to relax towards your foot as much as you can find. And if you do take that option, do make sure it's like the hard part of your ankle on your bottom knee, your foot is flexed. So what I mean by that is that you don't have like the side of your foot here and you're creating a pulling through all of these side ligaments of your knee. Okay, so stable ankle on your thigh if you take double pigeon. Fingertips out towards the side, whether you're in Sukhasana or double pigeon, and then turning your palms up, sweep your arms up towards the sky. Feel your sit bones breathe into the earth as you lift to the skies, and then exhale, pitching your chest forward, 10% pause. Lengthen even more, heart forward, and then exhale, fold in completely. Palms to the ground, walking your hands out in front of you, maybe a little bit more. Allow the crown of your head to lengthen towards the space between your thumbs. As you breathe into the bowl of your pelvis.
Walking your hands back into your body. Now lean over to your left side, swing your right heel all the way around by your right hip. Okay? Your left foot connects to the inside of your right thigh. Inhale, lifting through your chest, bring your hands behind your seat. Now, root down, lift your hips just an inch and send your tailbone forward and then set your hips down again. So you just get a little longer in your low spine. And then slowly start to walk your hands back behind you, find a little bend in your elbows. If it's available, come down onto your elbows, opening through your heart. Some of you, by listening to body and being through, maybe you lay all the way down on your back. If you don't have a block and your knee is being bothered, sometimes I slip my left foot underneath my right knee. It just gives it a little bit of support. Two more breaths. And then slowly rising back up onto your hands. Lean to the left again so you can swing your right shin forward. And then we'll come to have your left shin either in front in Sukhasana or double pigeon with your left ankle on your right knee. Feet are flexed. Inhale, sweeping your arms out and up. Exhale, take that length 10% forward, pause. And then use your seat rooting down to actually get longer through your side ribs. And then exhale, hands find the ground. Inhaling here, you might walk your hands further out in front of you. And then everyone bow in. Breathe beyond lungs, beyond belly, beyond the bowl of your pelvis into the ground. Inhaling heart forward as you walk your hands back in. Leaning to the right so you can swing your left heel around by your left hip. Okay? And then hands come behind you, already finding a greater opening through the front of your chest. Your outer shoulders rolling open. Lift your hips just a little bit, send your tailbone long forward, and then set your hips down. And then continue to walk your hands back, maybe coming to your forearms. Checking in here for at least 3 breaths before you decide, if you decide, to lie down on your back. Breaths. And then slowly, you can tuck your chin towards your chest to support, coming onto your hands once again. Lean to the right to sweep your back leg around. Baddha Konasana. Feet together, knees open wide, butterfly. Now root into your hands by the sides of your hips, by your outer hips. I want you to lift your hips and send your tailbone, your sit bones actually back just a little bit. Okay? And then set your hips down. And then inhale, lengthening your arms up. Press your feet together. Scoop your belly just a little bit towards your spine as you start to lengthen out, out, out. Pause, about 10%. Again, feel like you could take that spot just underneath your buttock back as belly hugs spine, exhale,
hold. You, breath, body, and the earth. Breathing, connecting all as one. Slowly walking your hands back in towards your body. Hands can come outside of your knees to hug them all the way together. Step your feet about hips distance, wrapping your arms around the front of your shins. You might even hold onto your opposite elbow if that's available. And then inhale, lifting through your chest. Exhale, round and hug in. You might even rest your eye sockets on your kneecap. Lifting your head, your chest, releasing your arms down, scoot yourself forward if you need to lie down on your back. And start with windshield wipers, going side to side with your knees. Your feet should be wide on the mat as you do so. And then pause, center, feet are hip distance, lift your hips, lower your hips, just resetting your pelvis. And then draw one knee and then the other into your chest, catching them with your hands, rocking side to side, massaging the back of your pelvis, massaging your sacrum and tailbone, massaging your outer hips. And then bring one hand onto each knee, one hand on each knee. Hug your knees into your chest. And then keeping your knees, your thighs together, send your knees over towards the right side. And then away from your chest towards the front of the room. And then over to the left. And then back in towards your chest. So it's like you're drawing big circles on the ceiling with your knees as you massage around your sacrum. And then go in the opposite direction, over to the right, into your chest, over to the left and away from you. Good. And then hugging your knees into your chest all the way. Open your arms out to a T. If you like a deeper twist, you can cross your right thigh over your left. And then everyone drop your legs over to the left side. Notice where your mind energy is being spent. Is it outside of yourself or with yourself? Slowly lifting your knees back up center. Knees into your chest. Maybe you cross your left thigh over your right as you drop your legs to the right side. So the energy of the mind and the nature of the mind to move and to think is not a bad thing. It's just a matter of where we are directing that mind energy, that mind consciousness. Are we bringing it and seeping it into our body consciousness and being in a conscious and active participation with it, with what is it's being used to create? Or are we allowing it to be attached to things outside of us, pulling us out of our experience? And it's a disempowering experience. So it's empowering for you to choose to be inside. Powering the inside with love, presence, a willingness to learn. Lifting your knees, center. This time draw your knees into your chest and find happy baby. Let your happy baby be happy. You express it however you want it to be. You can rock, you can stay still, you can play with straightening one leg, the other, or both. You can even bring your feet together and let your knees open, kind of being in a butterfly on your back. Lots of variations. You can play with it or just stay totally still. Sometimes that's exactly the medicine that we need. And final breath here. Hands to your outer knees to close them. Wrapping your arms around your shins one last time to curl and hug in. And then exhale, relax your chest down, set your feet down, lift your hips and lower your hips. Extend one leg and then the other all the way out in front of you. Arms by your sides, turning your palms up. Soften your thighs. You might even kind of give your legs just a little shake side to side. So you really loosen through your thighs, loosen through your knees, your calves and shins, your ankles, your feet. And then let that go totally loose, totally still. And press into the back of your head, lift your chest just a little so you can slide your shoulder blades away from your ears, down your back, and then totally melt down into the mat. And you even feel your tailbone lengthening just a little bit towards your heels. And now, total stillness. And allowing your body to melt, to become heavy. Every cell of your skin, every fiber of your tissues, every particle of your bones, softening, dropping heavy into the ground. A gentle awareness of the natural rhythm of breath, the natural rhythm.
drop your awareness into your belly and begin to breathe deeper from inside your belly. Let that then spread and extend down your legs, up into your heart, your arms, your palms, your crown. Little movements in fingers and in toes, in your wrists and your ankles. And reaching your arms up and overhead. Reach through your legs, your feet, your arms. And with a big exhale, soften your body completely. And bending your knees, rolling over onto your right side. Rest for 3 breaths. Make a pillow with your bottom arm. And after that 3rd breath, slowly rise. Finding a comfortable seat. Bringing your hands together in front of your heart and take a deep breath in. Open your mouth, exhale. Do it again, deep breath. Release your tongue. One last time, inhale. And release. Breathing smoothly in and out of your nose. And with the pureness of your love consciousness pouring out of your 3rd eye, like you could feel it wrap over your whole body in a hug of gratitude and acknowledgement for just how present you have been with yourself, just how aware and gentle, and yet in this active participation to not only strengthen body, but strengthen your heart, strengthen your spirit, strengthen your ability to source and live from this oneness, this union, this yoga with self, with life. Inhale, lifting through your heart. Exhale, bowing all the way forward and down. Bowing in deep gratitude and reverence for this earth body, for this practice, this virtual space to practice together, and the space inside for you to practice anytime you choose to go in. And then rising up, bring your thumbs to 3rd eye. The spirit in me sees, honors, and loves the spirit in you. Namaste. Happy Friday. Maybe I'll have a beautiful weekend. That felt like a good one. Yeah. Love you all.
Thank you, Hannah.
You're welcome.
Hannah.
Bye.
Thank you, Hannah.
You're welcome.